Hello and good morning. We're looking at Math 7 notes for 10-5 angle relationships. So this is taking the angles that we talked about last lesson, which a lot of you were really familiar with, and just kind of taking it to the next level. So the first type of relationship that we're going to look at, and I already have that filled in, so you can not waste time listening to me talk, are complementary angles. And complementary angles are angles that add up to 90 degrees. From yesterday, remember, we know that a 90-degree angle is a right angle. Just another name. So we're going to use this relationship, this complementary angle relationship, in example 1 and example 2 here. So example 1 says if the angle, remember that's the symbol for angle here, if angle BAC, so that's BAC, so that's that angle, you would see that marked with a line like that, and is equal to angle CAD. CAD, which would be that angle. Actually, that angle. We don't need two of them. Okay, so what about this diagram tells you that these two angles are complementary? I'm just going to make a note of that. These are complementary angles. And how do I know that they're complementary? Remember, complementary means that they add to 90 degrees. Well, I can tell that they add to 90 degrees because of that right angle box. You know, your right angle box equals that 90 degrees, meaning that when I take those two angles and add them together, I should be getting 90 degrees. Okay, so we know that they total each other. Angle BAC plus angle CAD equals 90. They also told us in example 1 that the two angles were equal, that they were exactly equal to each other. So if I have to add those angles to get to 90 degrees, you can create the little baby equation 2x, right? Because if I don't know what they are, I could say this is x and this is x degrees, because we know that they're the same. That's what that equal sign means. So I know that 2x's, right, x plus x should equal 90 degrees. Divide that by 2 to get an x degrees of 45, which makes sense because if I go to my calculator and add 45 plus 45, that's going to get me 90. So the measure of each angle is 45 degrees. So each angle equals 45 degrees. Just making sure we answer that question. Jumping on to example 2, which I'm going to do right in this same video here. Example number 2 says if the measure of angle ABD equals 25 degrees. So again, highlighting these angles are going to be the best thing for you. Angle AB, remember that vertex always in the middle, and D. So that's this angle here. Find the measure of angle CBD. Okay, CBD. Well, once again, I know that these angles are complementary. These are complementary because it equals 90 degrees. So that complementary definition, angles add to 90 degrees. So if I know that ABD is 25 degrees, I don't know the measure of angle CBD, I can put an X for that. So 25 plus what equals 90? Well, you could very easily solve that equation. You don't even need to be setting up the equations. I'm just showing you the equation way to do this. And you would find that angle by just subtracting 25 from both sides to get the measure of angle CBD to be 90 minus 25 is 90, 80, 70, 65. I'm just going to double check myself because I don't have anyone here to do it. Yeah, I'm right. Good for me. 65 degrees. Yeah, yes. Which I could also double check by going back into my calculator and making sure that 65 plus 25 gives me that 90. So boom. So in some of your practice problems, and your review sheet, they ask you like what rule or what relationship you're using. Complementary would be the rule here. This is the rule or the relationship that's going on.